Another war is about to break out in the Atlantic Ocean over a bunch of islands. The war over what UK calls Falkland Islands and what Argentina calls Islas Malvinas both claim it for themselves. To snatch them back from UK, Argentina has started gathering allies. Well, better late than never. This can possibly script the death of Imperial Britain. The sun might finally set on the empire. But you may ask why UK wants the islands, which are around 13,000 kilometers away from its territory. Why does UK in Falklands bother Argentina? And what is Argentina now doing to take it back? Let's find out. Hi and welcome to TFI Global Latin America, TFI Global's channel dedicated to the America in the Americas. I'm your host Ananya Sharma. If you're watching us on YouTube, please subscribe and press the bell icon to get all the latest updates. If you're watching us on Facebook, do like, share and follow the page. Let's begin. Argentina has blocked all flights to Falkland Islands, and it's amassing support of several countries for uprooting UK from the Falklands. But before getting into the details, let's get into the basics. The Falkland Islands are a group of small islands located in the South Atlantic Ocean just off the coast of Argentina. For more than 2 centuries, the Falkland Islands have been a source of dispute for several nations. It all began in the 1700s when an uninhabited archipelago was discovered off the coast of Argentina in the South Atlantic Ocean. France was the first to stake their claim on the islands in 1764, followed the next year by Britain, who sought to colonize the islands for themselves. This ignited a tussle between the two, basically fighting over foreign lands that never belonged to you. The year 1820 saw the dispute rise to a new level with the arrival of American privateer David Jewett, who attempted to claim possession of the islands on behalf of Argentina. This ushered in 2 decades of skirmishes between Britain and Argentina as both sought to assert their dominance. This culminated in 1840 when the Falklands were officially declared a British colony. To further stake their claim, UK sent Scottish people to inhabit the islands. Since then, the islands have been disputed territory, with both the UK and Argentina laying claim on sovereignty over the islands. But what is the basis of Argentina's and UK's claim over Falkland Islands? Well, Argentina's claims on Falklands are based on an official document from 1493 that was amended in the Treaty of Tordesillas in 1494. According to the treaty, Spain and Portugal divided the world among themselves. Spain ruled Argentina from 15th century to 19th century. Argentina asserts that after it got freedom from Spain, the islands should belong to it. Argentina also cites the islands' geographical proximity to its territory and the necessity to end a colonial situation. In contrast, Britain argues that they had held open, continuous, effective occupation and administration of the islands since 1833, and that the principle of self-determination as recognized in the United Nations Charter should be applied to the Falkland Islanders. Furthermore, Britain argues that Argentine rule of the islands would actually create a colonial situation rather than ending one. But one would wonder why UK wants Falkland Islands, which are almost 13,000 kilometers away from London. Strategically, the Falkland Islands are of great significance to Britain, as they served as a military base in the South Atlantic Ocean during both World War I and World War II. Not only this, Falklands add up to UK's claim of Antarctica. On TFI Global Latin America, we've covered the politics of Antarctica and how it's only going to increase in the future. To put it shortly, Antarctica is brimming with mineral resources. Minerals like diamond, copper, gold, lead, uranium and zinc have been discovered by scientific missions. In addition, it also has vast reserves of coal, oil and natural gas. The extraction of these resources in the region is currently unprofitable, but it will become commercially viable to recover at least some of them in the future as technology advances. Especially if global warming causes the glaciers to melt, this would expose additional places and increase access to them. Further, as the ice melts, it will create a new trade route and a new sphere of fishing in South Americas. Yes, UK is sitting near a literal gold mine, and it wants a piece of it. Why wouldn't it? The importance of Falklands is such that a war has been fought over it. In 1982, Argentina and the UK went to war over the Falklands when Argentina invaded the islands. But the UK was ultimately able to repel the invasion and retain control over the islands. Even after losing, Argentina has refused to recognize the UK's control of the Falklands. Argentina has argued that the islands were illegally taken from them by the UK in the late 18th century and that they have a right to reclaim it. This time, it has taken a different route. In an effort to strengthen their claim to the islands, Argentina has recently been looking to gather allies in their fight against the UK. For the past 40 years, Argentina was a lone warrior. It has been participating both in the regional and global arenas in order to demonstrate its position on the sovereignty of the islands. Last year, on the 40th anniversary of Falklands War, President Xi Jinping of China and Alberto Fernandez of Argentina released a joint declaration. China expressed their backing of Argentina's right to exercise sovereignty over the Malvinas Islands, the Argentine name for the area. China coming to its support serves as one of the most significant developments in this regard. Argentina has also blocked all flights from Falkland Islands from entering its airspace. Further, in last year's Latin American Parliament, Latin American and Caribbean countries showed their support for Argentina's stance. According to Telesur, a Latin American publication, the Foreign Ministry of Argentina issued a statement that Latino legislators, members of Malvinas Council, and diplomats called on the international community to urge the British government to resume negotiations with Argentina in line with the provisions of international law. Previous President of Brazil, Jair Bolsonaro, had no intentions in supporting such claims. But things changed when Lula took office. On his official state visit to Argentina, he released a joint statement with the Argentinian president. The statement supported Argentina's claim over the Falklands Island. The president of Brazil renewed his country's support for the legitimate rights of Argentina in this dispute with the United Kingdom relative to the Malvinas, South Georgia and South Sandwich Islands, and surrounding maritime spaces, the declaration reads. Also, in the list is Spain, which shares its own shaky relationship with UK over Gibraltar Islands. Guillermo Carmona, the Secretary of Malvinas, Antarctica and Southern Atlantic Islands, conducted political talks in Spain. The meeting addressed the Joint Strategic Action Plan for 2021-2023, which covered the Falklands, Malvinas and Gibraltar questions, as well as Antarctic and ocean cooperation. During the talks, the Argentine official raised concerns about illegal fishing in the Malvinas area, the presence of Kosovo troops training the British forces in the Falklands, and the Malvinas and Gibraltar questions post-Brexit. Spain expressed its unequivocal support for Argentina's concerns. The tussle over Falklands is about to get intense as Argentina has no intentions of letting the issue rest. But unlike the last time, UK needs to be alert because now Argentina has the upper hand.